don't like that.
This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. This is a lie. Where my iPad at? Yeah, I'm live. Yo, this is a lie.
Alright, yeah, things just got really messy, like real messy. It's the kind of drama you'd expect to see in a courtroom movie or some twisted documentary. But this ain't no Netflix script. This is real-life tea pouring all over the internet. So here's what went down. Saucy Santana's ex is out here spilling everything. And when I say everything, I mean the whole bottle, no filter, no breaks. He's threatening to expose Santana's personal medical records and even made a wild claim that's got everybody's jaw on the floor. He said Diddy might be the one who gave Santana HIV. Yeah, you heard that right. This ain't just some random social media mess. He's naming names, giving timelines, and says he's got proof to back it all up.
You got it for 5 years, I never you. You stink. You have bumps between your legs. It smells. I don't like that. You're not my type.
According to Santana's ex, this isn't some heat-of-the-moment rant. He claims he's been holding this information for a long time, and now he's ready to go all in. From old rumors people tried to forget, to whisperings about Diddy's shady past, it's all coming back to the surface and louder than ever. But how did we even get here? Let's rewind this whole situation and walk through what really happened. It all kicked off during a TikTok live featuring Chef D and Rosa. Now, for those who don't know, Chef D is Santana's ex-boyfriend, and Rosa is someone who's been in and out of their circle for a while.
It's there. I mean, it's not just there. It's everywhere. My news feed is dominated by it. Who was the guy that was running around with a sports bra on? Yeah. He got caught up in the raid and he was yelling, "I'm a celebrity!"
Joe, this is Saucy Santana.
Yeah, look at him, look at him.
Oh, wow. Saliva on the beard is crazy.
The second they went live, it was clear this wasn't going to be a casual chat. The energy was off from the jump. Rosa wasted no time. She started calling Santana fake and shady. According to her, he acts different depending on who's around, and he switches up quick. She said he's the type to smile in your face, then talk about you behind your back, even to people who once had his back when he was struggling. Chef D was right there beside her, nodding and agreeing with everything she said. He wasn't just listening, he was co-signing it all. It didn't sound like this was the first time they'd talked about it either. You could tell they had been waiting to get this off their chest. At first, they made it seem like they were just venting, but it quickly turned into a deep talk about trust, betrayal, and being used. That's when Rosa claimed Santana has a bad habit of cutting people off once they're no longer usable to him.
What's up in Atlanta on my birthday? You hid my cell phone so I wouldn't leave you. And told me I had to have sex with you to get my phone back.
I like every animal.
What are you talking about? You swear me? You swear me? You swear me? You swear me? You hid my phone and told me I couldn't get my phone back unless I had sex with you.
And that's when the tension got thick. You could feel something big was coming. Then it happened. Right when things were getting heated, Santana himself popped up in the live chat. He didn't stay quiet. He came in swinging. Santana called Chef D a clout chaser, saying he only wanted attention. He reminded everyone that he was the one who supported Chef D when he was locked up, standing by him when nobody else did. He told viewers, "This is what I get for being loyal." But Santana didn't stop there. He called Chef D bitter and accused him of lying just to stay relevant. The whole vibe shifted. Santana wasn't holding back, but he also wasn't panicking. Until he started sounding different, like something had changed. And then Chef D dropped the bomb that no one saw coming. He looked straight into the camera and said, "Saucy Santana has HIV." Just like that. No hesitation. And then he added that it was Diddy who gave it to him. Everyone watching froze. Chef D claimed he'd been sitting on this for a long time and warned that if Santana kept trying him, he'd release everything medical records, screen recordings, screenshots, whatever he had. He even showed something to Rosa off camera. We couldn't see it, but her face said it all. She looked shocked, even told him to chill. But the damage was already done. that statement was out there. Now let's be clear, that's a serious accusation. But Chef D wasn't backing down. He said he had proof. And this wasn't just random talk. He was daring Santana to say something. And what really made people stop and think, Santana didn't deny it. He didn't say a word. Usually, Santana claps back at the smallest thing. One tweet, one comment, he's on it. But this time, silence. Complete silence. And that got people talking even more. Supporters tried to defend him. Some said he might be staying quiet for legal reasons. Others thought maybe he didn't want to give Chef D any attention. But a lot of folks weren't buying it. They pointed out how loud Santana usually is when his name comes up. And the fact that he went quiet now, that felt off. People started wondering, is it true? Does Chef D really have receipts? Is this why Santana hasn't said anything? Whatever the reason, the silence made it worse. The story took off, and the internet ran wild with theories. And then Diddy's name got pulled in deeper. Now, let's talk about Diddy for a second, because his name didn't just come out of nowhere. Over the past few months, Diddy has been in hot water. Legal trouble, lawsuits, and all kinds of stories have been popping up. Things people used to whisper about behind closed doors are now out in the open. When Chef D mentioned Diddy in that live, it wasn't a stretch for a lot of folks. They remembered the old rumors. And to make it even messier, Diddy has lost a lot of weight recently. People started asking questions. In certain circles, sudden weight loss gets people talking, and not in a good way. On top of that, there have always been whispers about Diddy throwing private parties, the kind that don't make it to the blogs. Exclusive events where young men were allegedly flown out or invited to entertain guests. That's where Chef D says Santana came into the picture. And guess what? This isn't the first time Santana's name has come up in connection to those mysterious parties. Long before this TikTok drama, there were quiet conversations about Santana being involved in some very exclusive industry circles. People raised their eyebrows back then, but now, those old suspicions are starting to resurface. And then another name came up, Jane Doe. She gave a statement in one of the legal cases involving Diddy. According to her, Santana wasn't just attending these secret events. She said he was hired to be there, not to perform music, but to entertain VIP guests. She described the events as freak-off parties, filled with powerful people doing things they didn't want the world to see. Jane Doe claimed Santana was being passed around to keep the guests happy. She didn't say if it was by choice, but she made it clear he was part of a much darker setup than people knew. And here's what's wild. Her story fits the timeline Chef D talked about. So now, it's not just Chef D running his mouth online. There's a sworn statement that puts Santana right in the middle of those events. The puzzle pieces are starting to fit together. Fans are now digging through old interviews, screenshots, tweets, anything that might confirm the story. People are connecting the dots and realizing this might be bigger than it looked at first. Then came the list. There's talk of a list of names allegedly connected to these secret Diddy parties. People are wondering, is Santana just the beginning? Are more names about to drop? Because if Chef D really has those medical records, and he's not afraid to go public once, what's stopping him from doing it again? Social media is on edge. And Chef D, he's not backing down. He went as far as saying, if I'm lying, sue me. That's a bold move. Because that means he's either bluffing big time, or he's ready to stand by everything he said, even in court. Meanwhile, Santana still hasn't released a statement. That silence is speaking louder than any words could. Let's break it down. Chef D made a serious accusation, not just about health, but about secrets in the industry, big-name parties, and some dark connections. He says he's got the documents to prove it. And Diddy's name being in the mix only makes the whole thing even messier. But instead of clearing the air, Santana's doing nothing. And that's what's keeping this fire going. So now we want to hear from y'all. Do you believe Chef D is telling the truth? Or is he just trying to go viral? And what about Diddy? Is this another baseless rumor? Or is there something deeper that's about to come out? Let us know in the comments. And if you've been keeping up with this wild story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in. Because something tells us, this is far from over.